Hello and welcome to Manifest Maths. In this video we're going to look at surds and in particular rationalising the denominator, which is a very common question. This question has been taken from a recent sample paper and we'll return back to this at the end of the lesson. The question says, showing all your workings, simplify the following. Okay, so let's jump straight in with a question. The question won't tell you to rationalise the denominator, it'll expect you to know how to do so. So what we have here is 7 minus root 11 over 5 plus 2 root 11. And what we don't like to have here is a surd at the bottom of a fraction. Okay, it makes simplifying and combining it with other terms very difficult. So the method that we are required to do is we want to multiply this fraction by a quantity that's equivalent to 1. Otherwise, we're going to alter the quantity in terms of its magnitude. So the key is here to look at what's at the bottom of the fraction. We've got 5 plus 2 root 11. And what we're going to do to rationalise that denominator, that bottom, we're going to multiply it by 5 minus 2 root 11. Now, because we put that at the bottom of the fraction, okay, we must also write the same at the top so that this fraction is equivalent to multiplying by 1 whole, okay? And then what we do is we execute the multiplication at the bottom and at the top, okay? So the top becomes 7 minus root 11 times by 5 minus 2 root 11 all over 5 plus 2 root 11 times by 5 minus 2 root 11. And then it's going to be a simple double bracket expansion on the top and the bottom. So let's do the top first. 7 times by 5 gives us 35. We multiply the outside, so 7 times by minus 2 root 11, which becomes minus 14 root 11. The insides, so minus root 11 times by minus 2 root 11. Sorry, the insides, minus root 11 times by 5, which is minus 5 root 11. And then the last term, we've got two negative quantities, so it's going to be positive. And then root 11 times by root 11 is 11. And we have the 2 here. So this simplifies to 2 times by root 11 times by root 11, which is 2 times by 11, which gives us plus 22. Okay, so the bottom, first 5 times by 5, which is 25. 5 times by minus 2 root 11, which is minus 10 root 11. Inside, 5 times by plus 2 root 11, which is plus 10 root 11. And then the last, we've got plus and a minus, so it's going to be a negative quantity. 2 times by 2, which is 4. And root 11 times by root 11, which is 11. So this becomes 4 times by 11, which is 44. We can simplify both top and bottom now by combining the surds and the numbers together. We have 35 plus 22, which gives us 57. We've got minus 14 root 11, minus 5 root 11, which is minus 19 root 11. The bottom, we have 25 minus 24, which gives us minus 19. And then minus 10 root 11 plus 10 root 11, they'll cancel each other out. So what we notice now is there's no surd part at the bottom. Now 19 will go into both of these. 19 will go into 57 3 times, so that becomes a minus 3. And 19 will go into 19 once. The 2 negatives make a positive, so it'll be minus 3 plus root 11. And that's our final answer. Okay, right, so let's try another question. So I want you to pause the video and try this one yourself. Remember that you have to change the sign in the middle when you set up that second fraction, okay? Okay, so hopefully you've had a chance to try this question. I'm going to go through it now. So we have 5 root 7 plus 4 root 2 over 3 root 7 plus 5 root 2, and we're going to multiply this by 3 root 7 minus 5 root 2 over 3 root 7 minus 5 root 2. I'm going to put brackets around those so that I'm going to go straight into the bracket expansion. On the top, 5 root 7 times by 3 root 7. 5 times by 3 is 15. Root 7 times by root 7 is 7. So we have 7 15s. Sorry, my microphone just fell down. Let's start that again. So 5 times by 3 is 15. Root 7 times by root 7 is 7. And 7 15s is 105. Outers, so 5 root 7 times by minus 5 root 2. So this will become 5 times by minus 5 is minus 25. And then root 7 times by root 2 becomes root 14. So it's minus 25 root 14. On the inside we've got 4 times by 3, which is 12. Root 2 times by root 7, which is root 14. So you have plus 12 root 14. And then last we have 4 times by minus 5, so it's a negative quantity. 4 5 is 20, and root 2 times by root 2 is 2. 20 times by 2 is minus 40. Bottom, 3 root 7 times by 3 root 7. So that's going to give us 3 times by 3, which is 9. 9 times by 7. So that's going to give us 63. Outers, so 3 root 7 times by minus 5 root 2. It's going to give us minus 15 root 14. Inside's 5 root 2 times by 3 root 7. It's going to give us plus 15 root 14. And then finally, plus and a minus gives us a minus. 5 times by 5 is 25. Root 2 times by root 2 is 25 is 2. 2 times by 25 is 50. So you have minus 50. If you simplify the top, we've got 105 minus 40, which gives us 65. We've got minus 25 plus 12, so it's minus 13 root 14. The two middle terms in the bottom cancel, and then we have 63 minus 50, which is 13. And we notice that 13 goes into both of these. 13 goes into 65 5 times. 13 goes into 13 once. So we have minus 1 root 14. So our final answer is 5 minus root 14. Okay, so a few more questions for you to try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the answers will be on the next few pages. Okay? Okay, so hopefully you've had a chance to try the first question. You should have an answer of 5 minus root 22. If you can follow through the steps that have been done here. Okay. The second question, you should have an answer of 2 plus root 3. Okay, pause the video and look at the steps if needed. Third question, minus 3 plus 2 root 7. With the workings provided. The last one looked a bit different, but there was no double bracket expansion on the top, which made the expansion on the top a bit easier. You should have had 14 minus 4 root 11. And the last one was in terms of A. You should have ended up with an answer to this one of 6 plus 2 root 3 plus A root 3 plus A. What you could do with this one to check your answer is use your calculator and possibly substitute a value for A in. Maybe make A equal to 5. And you could replace the A with 5 in your calculator, press equals, and the answer you'll get will be the same answer as if you substituted A as 5 into this expression here. Okay. And in summary then, okay, so this is the first question that we had on the first page of the PowerPoint. Pause the video and give this one a try. Hopefully you've had a chance to try this question yourself now. So we're going to multiply this fraction by root 7 minus root 3 over root 7 minus root 3. 7 root 7 times by root 7 gives us 21. So remember, we're doing double bracket expansion on these elements. So the first term was 21. 3 root 7 times by minus root 3 gives you minus 3 root 21. 5 root 3 times by root 7 gives you plus 5 root 21. Plus and a minus gives you a minus quantity. 5 root 3 times by root 3 becomes 5 times by 3, which is 15. The bottom, root 7 times by root 7 is just 7. Root 7 times by minus root 3 is minus root 21. Root 3 times by root 7 is plus root 21. And then plus minus minus, root 3 times by root 3 is 3. So you're going to go minus 3. 21 minus 15 is 6. And minus 3 root 21 plus 5 root 21 gives you plus 2 root 21. 7 minus 3 is 4. And these two terms will cancel, which gives you an answer of, they can all be divided by 2, so it's 3 plus root 21 over 2.